Yeah, hello guys, welcome again to my channel. If you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe. Today tutorial we'll be talking about how to index your website on Google. Not only your website, we'll be talking about how to index fast, or how to make Google to fastly index your post, your categories, author page and tags. Some of us doesn't know how to submit their URL on Google, but with this method I'm going to explain bit by bit how to submit your URL on Google and verify it even with your phone without using a PC. You can use your phone and actually index your URL. So what you got to do firstly is to navigate to search.google.com/search, or if you cannot get this URL, you go to Google and type Google Search Console. Once you type it, you will be able to come to this page. Then let us click on Start Now. Let's click on Start Now. I have already indexed the URL, but I got to delete it so that we start from scratch again. And we delete it. I have done this. I'm using this for educational purposes. So I have done this. I'm going to delete it. I'll be deleting it now. For us to start from scratch. For those who doesn't know how to do it, now I'm removing this domain from the site. I'm removing it. So I'm removing it. Remove property. I'm removing it. So now let's start. Initially, when you come to the page, let me just go back. For those of us who doesn't know how to do it, go to Google and type search engine console. Okay, here is it. Now you click on this. It will open you to the page about it, what it talks about. Search engine console tools and reports. You measure your site search traffic and performance. Fix issue and make your site shine in Google search results. What we are doing here, we are talking about how to index your site on Google. That is number one. How to index your posts, pages and categories, and how to make Google to index your posts very fast. It takes Google 3 to 7 days to index your posts, depending on how frequent you publish on your blog. For some people who post on their blog at most 4 posts, or at least 4 posts per day, every day, the Google bot always visits your blog to check if there is a new post. Understand? But in this case, we are going to use a plugin to always notify Google bot there is a new post in this blog, and to index it faster, even when there is no, even when Google can't index it fast. Okay, let us quickly start now. What's the URL you want to index? We go to our URL, the one you want to index. This is the URL we want to index. You go to the home page and copy the URL. Your site link is called URL. For those who doesn't know what URL is, a web page is a URL. So the URL, we are not going to using this step. This step is said that you should go to your DNS where you bought the domain and add some so on and so forth code, which is going to be a hectic one for us and also take time. But we're going to use this one, URL prefix. Then you see where they said example HTTPS. It doesn't mean if your site is HTTPS or not. It doesn't mean that only HTTPS are required. You can actually enter. My own is not HTTPS. You can actually enter your URL and paste it. You see, my own is not. There's no HTTPS here. So once you are done, you click on continue. I want to wrap it very fast. Okay, why it is verified? Why it is verified? Because I have already verified it before. I have already verified it before. Um, what do I mean by that? I have gone here to upload my file. I've uploaded my file. It does normally it's supposed to tell you unable to verify or something like that, but I have uploaded the file here. And here is where I uploaded the file. Here is where I uploaded the file. So the file was uploaded here. Because this is the work I have done today. Understand? You can actually use okay, let me just use another user to do it. I will use another user to do it so that you understand what I mean by this. I'm using another user to do this. I'm using another user to do it. So for another user to add this, he has to verify it. 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 So another user to add this URL here. Ownership. Verify ownership. Okay, this is where we are talking about. As a new user, this is supposed to come out. Why the other one didn't come out initially? Because I have verified it. Okay, now as a new user, it must prompt you to verify. So we have three types of verification. The first is to download this file and upload to you. You can see one, download the file. Second, upload it to this. And that means at the root. Then second, other verification method which are HTML. If you are using, some of us who are very good in uh, programming, you can use your head tag to add it. Here, if you open head tag, you can compare this code and put in your head tag. Or if you have Yoast, you can use Yoast. If you know how to use Google Analytics, you can use Google Analytics. You can use Google Tag Manager. You can use Domain DNS Provider, which is almost equivalent to what the other one we have talked about, the DNS. So now we download this file. We have to download this file now. So once this file is downloaded, we navigate to here. I recommend we use this particular file. Let me just quickly go here. It is free. It is free. Can install it. Add new file. Add new plugin. Sorry. Go to plugin. Type file manager. Just type file manager. But in this case, I've already installed file manager in the system. So file manager is already here. Understand? You can see it's active, but I want to show you the actual file manager. There are a lot of file manager here, but this one I recommend all of us to use. It is easy, fast, and reliable. So quick one, we navigate to the file manager itself. This is file manager. We click on file manager. Okay, now this is how you are going to verify this thing, because Google asks you to verify this. For you to know that you are the owner of this thing, you have to verify this thing. Understand? For them to know that you are the owner. Anybody can claim that this is the owner of this site and be using it or use it to do harm. But for you to be sure that you are the owner of this site, you need to undergo verification so that Google will now index you. So quick one, how do we upload this file? How do we make Google or make that URL to be visible so that Google will see it? We will go to the root of the site. This is the root of the site. This is the root of the site here, the bntech.com. Everything below is what is under the root. Understand? The root of the site is bntech. So whatever you see below is what that are under this thing. So where do we upload this file? We go to this bntech, click on upload file, sorry, and select files. Now it will prompt you to choose on your system or phone. It will ask you to choose the file you want to upload. You have to open the folder where the files is being saved or where you downloaded the file. Now I have to go to downloads. That's where the file I downloaded. This is the initial file I have verified before. You can check the time. It was 12:53, but this is the new file and with a new user I have to verify it. So I click on this one and it will upload successful. It doesn't take more than 2 seconds. It will be uploaded. Okay, then after being uploaded with my network, this doesn't take 2 seconds. My network is a little bit poor. This here is the file now. It has been uploaded. Understand? So since you have uploaded it successfully, we have to go back to this page. Go back to this page and remember to open 2 tabs so that it's very easy for you. Click on verify. Look at what is going to happen now. You see, ownership verified. Since the ownership has been verified, which means this user has access to this property. And then go to property. Now you see your property. Click on start. This is the property now. Start. Okay, a quick one. We are going to index our sitemap. That is where we are talking about how index your post, index your pages, or about what I talked about in the beginning. So a quick one. We go to sitemaps. We are here now. You can see I have added a sitemap before I deleted it due to using this thing for a text purpose. So I've deleted the one I have added. So let's see how we are going to create a new sitemap by ourselves. Understand? So there is plugins for this. We have to go to plugin and download and install a new plugin. Understand? So there's a lot of plugin for this. Understand? But there is this particular plugin I'm going to type here has this should I say ability or the tricky method of making your URL index verify. You can use Yoast, you can use RankMath. There's a lot of them. Then we have to type sitemap XML. Like I said, there is a lot of them, but I will only give you the one I choose recommended. Yoast is there. Then Google Sitemap is there, but this is not the original one we're talking about. All in one SEO is there. So this is the similar to what we are looking for. The same developer developed this, but this one I'm using is already active, so I've activated it already. But if you have not activated, if you don't have it in your own, you have to install and activate. So once you have installed and activated, you navigate to settings. Some plugins you see them in settings after activating them. Some you cannot see them in settings. Either you go to tools or below the menu. Once you open menu like this, they will come out. So this one comes out under the settings of the site. Now we open it. I have to open desktop version because I'm using phone so that everything will be more clear for us to see. Okay, here is what I'm telling you about. Update. This particular one, notify Google about updates on your site. Understand? Which means even Bing, if you add anything, it will send it instantly. Okay, before we go to sitemap, your sitemap is located here. Should be here. This is your sitemap. Search engine haven't notified yet. This is your index file. So we are coming back to this one. Let me show you why I choose this plugin, the efficiency, what it can do. Now we have to tell the sitemap the pages that we want it to index for us. We click on this one at default, which has been ticked. We tick on categories, archives. This one is optional for you. It is for author, which means the admin of the website. If you want to review admin of the website or the post he has, you can click it. On my own, I don't click. I skip it. So we now include tags. Now for this, you don't have to. Sorry. Remember I said I'm on mobile view, so I'm making everything possible for us to see it very well. So you don't need to click it. Now here is the trick about it. You have to change the frequency, how Google indexes your post, how you have to index it, like how fast do you want Google to index it. You can see the defaults here. These are the defaults. So now I want Google to index my post very fast as possible. I have to open this and click on always. Open this post and click on always. Open static page and click on always. I have to select always in all of them. Understand? These are the defaults. It doesn't mean if you leave it this if it doesn't work, it will work. But what we were talking about being fast. Fast. When we mean fast, we mean very fast. Disadvantage of this, disadvantage of this is that if you write a post, you can equally leave this one because I didn't tick here the author page. You can equally leave it. Why the disadvantage is that if you write a post now, you made a mistake and you have published the post already. Within 15 minutes, this thing will send your post to Google and Google will index it. Tell you this post is whenever you write post, this thing will now go and tell your Google bot, telling them that there is a new post in this particular blog. They have to index it fast. And when they are indexing it, if a post which have been deleted has been indexed already, if it has been indexed already, it will now turn to 404 error. That is the disadvantage. It doesn't have any bad harm. But don't say that it index your post very fast. Maybe you made some changes. Maybe you are writing how to make money, how to become a millionaire in 2020, and if you made mistake and put how to become a millionaire in 2021, then after that, you realize your mistake and say, oh, this is my mistake, let me go and edit it, or I don't want this post anymore, let me just delete this post and write a fresh one. Once you delete this post, once you delete it, the first one you have written has already moved. This plugin has already sent it to Google to index it for you. So once you delete it, once you get to Google, if the post is no longer there, it will turn to 404 error. So by the way, we proceed. The priorities, we are going to set the priorities. It is always not 1.0, which is the fastest. So our post, we put 1.0, which is the highest here. 1.0, 1.0, 1.0, 1.0, 1.0. Now update. Like I said, this auto page is optional. If it is left for you to know if you are going to add it, you can add it. Me, I don't like using auto pages, so we click on update. Okay, it has been saved. So this is where our sitemap is. Now we are going to open our sitemap. This is the sitemap. This thing has already created a sitemap for us. So we open our sitemap and start submitting it one after the other. Here is the list of sitemap to linking to the blog or properties of this blog. See, before I used to way back I used to index all of them bit by bit, like it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 9 files under this sitemap. So I don't, if you open each one has things inside it, but it is not what we are going to go to now. I used to index it. If I index one, but see a quick one to index all of them, like it's called bulk index. You click here, copy this URL, the main URL, the page you landed, the landing page, then go to this place. If you go to this place, we are going to locate sitemap here. Sitemaps. And paste that link you copied. Sitemap submitted successfully. Now we counted it, and it has discovered URLs inside it. So when we counted, it's like about 9 files under the sitemap. All the 9 files should be available here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It will still come back. Don't worry if it shows red. It will still come back. It's just that Google hasn't, the crawler hasn't fully, but they can actually delete. Okay, it has. Okay, let me just see. Can actually delete it. So each sitemap, you can see all the thing inside it. Each sitemap has this particular archive. Each archive means yearly, maybe year 1, 2021, 2022, or monthly. That is archive. Now this you don't need to we don't need to talk about this. These are your post pages, all the pages in your site, all the posts in your site, 2021 post, 2022 post, and so on and so forth. So we have done this. So let me just quickly go to how to index your post. This we have submitted our sitemap, and Google is left for Google to pick this sitemap, maybe probably 24 hours to 48 hours. I mean, that means 2 days, 1 to 2 days, or rather 3 days most. Google will now pick this sitemap and start indexing it. It has discovered some URL, but it needs to index all this URL that it has discovered. So quick one, we're going to learn how to index post fastly, so that the post will be indexed fastly. The post will be indexed fastly. This is how we're going to do it now. This is how we're going to do it now. You open your first page, which is your home page. I will go back to mobile view. Okay, now I want Google to index this post. This post. How to transfer. Sorry. My browser is having issues. So you want to index any of the posts. Assuming I want to push traffic to any of these particular posts, I will choose the one I want to push traffic. And if maybe probably I want Google to index this one and I want to push traffic to this one, so I open it and click on the tab and copy the URL. When I copy the URL, I will now hover to the place for me to index this URL, and I want Google to pick it fast, and maybe actually whenever I type my URL on Google will detect it. I will go to URL inspection and click here. Now URL is not on Google, so for us to make it be on Google, we have to request telling Google you want them to index this post for you. You tell them specifically, you say personal job. Google does it automatically, but I want this one to be indexed fast because I want to use this one and start pushing traffic or whatever that I want to be doing. So you will now tell Google to index this one. Sometimes it takes longer. It's up to 2 minutes or less. And other things that the fastness depends on your network and your speed of your web server. If your website is very slow, like you said, it is testing the URL. If it tests the URL and find out that the URL is not, it has some error, it will show you the report that it has an error. But if it's okay, it will index. Normally, it requires this verification. It's normal thing for them. Then it will submitted. That is for post. Let me show you how to index categories. Let me show you how to index categories. Since categories here, I think I will go through here. Since categories, instead of going to the website, let me go here. This category we are submitted inside the Sitemap. Let me find the categories. This category now. Now, all the categories that has post, or even it doesn't have post, all of them will be here. All the categories will be here. You have 12 categories. Now, for me to detect every category, I have to open here. I have to open here and see all the listed category. All the listed category. Maybe I want to study in Ghana. Study in Canada. Open it. You see your post. See, and maybe probably I want to index this one, or let me just choose another one. Let me choose another one. Canada immigration. Yes, I click on Canada immigration, and this was the post inside it that we have indexed. Maybe I want to index the category. If there's a lot of posts inside this place, it will be indexing itself automatically. But why I index this first because I want this one to be indexed fast, so that Google will pick it. Maybe I will use it to push traffic from Facebook. Understand? So now I will go to URL inspection. Remember URL inspection, and paste that link which I copied. Paste in that category. This time it's category that I copied. So with this method, I've taught us how to index both category and post. Understand? Any other thing under this your sitemap, you can index it. Your post, maybe you write a post now, and you want that particular post that you write today. Maybe you write a visa or scholarship post. You want that post to index now so that it will appear on Google, and you start pushing traffic. You copy that post URL, come to this URL inspection and paste it, then request indexing, telling Google that you want this one to be indexed fast as soon as possible. And once this one is indexed as soon as possible, even if you copy the URL and go to, okay, you have to verify this. If you tell Google that you want to use URL, like now they have is pending for them to review it. Once they review it, so sometimes when you start writing, you start seeing your keywords here. These are queries. It is called keyword or query. These are the query, top queries. And let's see how where the page where they are. Let's see the page where they are. See the page 40 position, very far. Very far. Very far. So this one is 14. For example, assuming that this is the keyword that I want to, if I'm, it's verified and it's old post, it won't be there again. It won't be there again. So we just search and find 14th position where the URL is. For example, let me use this one. Okay, I couldn't find it. Sorry, must clicked on. I couldn't find it. So what I got to do is that I have to type BN Tech. I have to type BN Tech on Google and see the list of the posts here. Okay, here are the list of the posts here. Here are the list of the posts here. So what I got to do is I have to copy the front page URL, copy link address from Google. This is the Google link. You see here. This, what do you see? You see Google link here. This link showing that it is directing the Google referral. I'll copy it. Don't use PC, please. If you want to copy URL from Google, don't use PC. Use phone. Because when you use PC, you'll see what you're going to get. You're going to get only this. You're going to get only this when you use PC. But when you use laptop, let me show you the difference between this and the laptop. For example, now I will go to Bing. This is the URL. I will go to Bitly. I go to Bitly and drop the link. Let me drop the link and shorten it. You can see a long URL. A long URL has been copied. Okay, what am I saying about this one? I will show you the difference between this using PC to copy it and copying with phone and pasting it. So when I paste it with phone, it will open Google. Then few seconds it will take me to my blog. For example, now I have pasted the link now. Google, my page. Are you seeing something now? The first thing you will see is Google. The next thing is my page, Google. Then back to here. So Google is now taking traffic. It's now referring the traffic from here to here. Understand? If there's a keyword, assuming if there's a keyword here being searched about this blog, if this is a keyword now, if this one is a keyword now, and I happen to appear, here, and whether it's 5th page, 30th page, any page that I happen to appear, and I copy this URL of the post ranking, and I'll copy the post ranking. Okay, for example, let me just use like I have this particular blog that is ranking the Dex blogger templates. Okay, this is my blog. I'm ranking second here. So if I want to tell Google that traffic is coming for a particular keyword, now Google traffic is coming for a particular keyword. So this Dex blogger template that is I typed, this is the query, this the keyword I typed on Google, and my blog was out. So if I want to send traffic to this blog, understand, even if from Facebook, and Google will be seeing it as traffic from Google because there is a keyword being searched. if you open this thing, you see there is a keyword being searched. You see, are you seeing something here? There is a keyword being searched. So it only show you referral, which is Opera. I'm using Opera as the browser on mobile. The channel is mobile. So since it is like this, if I open this blog and copy the URL and go to Bitly and shorten it, if I should use it and push traffic, if I use it to push traffic to my blog or through Facebook, see what is going to be getting. It will be showing me Google transfer, like redirecting. If you see, it will redirect me like this to that blog, to that theme file that is on the this thing. So that is it on indexing URL on Google. Understand? Well, that is it. Maybe in my next video I will be talking about how to use Bing to drive traffic as well, and post to your and drive traffic or index it also. Okay, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get these amazing contents directly in your phone. Understand? Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.